It's that Fire Morning Show. It's Allie Fiya. I can't hear my volume, but I'm sure my husband's in the other room having a great time right now listening to us. I'm going to introduce a special guest. I'm going to let that fire play just 1 second. We have a special guest in the building as we are waiting for things to chime in and come in. We're going to have a great morning because it's supposed to be that way, right? It's that Fire Morning Show. And we're having a Fire Mind meeting. Promote the channel. We're good. Okay. This morning we have a very special guest. Iris Lewis is in the building, and she is coming to give us a lot of knowledge and game. I'm going to come right in right now with her. How you doing this morning?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I am well. I am blessed, and I am highly favored and
Amen.
flavored because, baby, I come with it.
I
I
like
am
the
come
flavored.
with,
I
yeah,
love it. I
highly
love
flavored.
it.
We are seasoned around here.
Absolutely.
How you been?
I've been doing good. I've been doing good. I've been blessed. My son, he's going to graduate this year, but he has a signing day today at his school to play baseball at an HBCU. So this
Wow.
is going to be my second baby that's going to be going to an HBCU. My first son, who is a freshman at Dillard University, he went to Dillard, on a full scholarship, athletic, but
Wow.
then also academic.
Oh, cool.
So now we have my younger son who's going to be going to an HBCU, Russ College, that's going to in Mississippi, where he's going to have a scholarship in athletics and also academics. So I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm blessed.
I love that.
It's like, nothing could be wrong. I'm good.
Okay, so let me first be the first one to congratulate you on, girl, you made it. I know it was hard, boy. Some days you want to throw in the towel with these children because new age children are not like we were. We were afraid of our parents, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
We grew up in the time where you did not talk back
Mm.
when the parents were talking, when the elders were talking, children were made to be seen and not heard.
Come on now.
That's what, and you sat there and you listened to what the elders, your grandparents, your neighbors,
Yeah.
people in the church. I mean, you sat and you had to learn from them because they were giving knowledge
Naturally.
organically.
Yes.
It didn't have to be just a sit down and just a conversation.
Yeah, you know.
They actually was
It's
like,
it permeated from their spirit. It came out. You just knew not to.
exactly, is that part. So they wanted to make sure that they actually walked the talk and they did not make sure that, okay, I'm just going to tell you what to say, but I'm not going to do what I'm telling you what needs to be
Do as
done.
I say and not as I do.
That's it. Is that part. Yes.
Listen. So I have been through the experience of these children that we want them to have more. No, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
We want them to have more than we had when we didn't have anything. So anything would have been better than nothing.
Exactly. And that is what, for me, it's just being able to come from a family that has strong family values.
Yes.
To talk about the importance of self-determination, self-respect, respecting our elders, respecting the community, being able to give back and just be not selfish with your gifts, but make sure that you're using the gifts that God has given you.
Man, I love that.
So that is what I grew up on. And
Yes.
even up to this day, not too long ago, my mom has told me, if you don't use your gifts for God, he will take it away.
The Lord giveth
and he taketh away.
Come
so
on, man.
That's
I
what
love
that
this
is
this
what
morning.
we grew
Woo.
up with. So it's just like you gotta keep it going. But the great thing is that they showed us, they did the work. We watched them model what they told us to do. Waking up every morning, going to Sunday school, going to the church, going to afternoon service, going
service, funeral, wake, everything.
there. Friday night youth service, church camp, choir, everything.
So you're Southern?
I'm Southern.
Baptist.
Southern. Well, non-denominational.
Okay, now.
Because but Southern
I
grew
was
up in.
raised Southern Baptist. I'm
Okay.
non-denominational now. I mean, I'm not even non-denominational. I'm spiritual
Yeah.
because he said he came
Yeah.
to abolish religion and bring forth spirituality.
That's it.
So I follow that,
That's
right?
it. That's it.
But I was raised Southern. I'm talking about on them wood
That's
floors. I'm talking
it.
about.
The Pentecostal.
Come on, man. That was some fire church.
Oh,
They were on fire
we,
for real. And
we,
you can't
you
take that
better be
from them.
prepared for it.
See, I told you we was gonna
You
come in
better
here and
be
talk about
prepared.
everything.
Look, because, and I think that's such a major part of what our culture was.
Yeah.
It helped shape us into who we are, and important, and realize the importance of a relationship
Oh
with God and with your spiritual, you know, relationship with the higher power,
man.
but also with people that are around you too. So,
Well, break that down for me. Break
well,
that down.
here's if you're able to cultivate a healthy relationship, a spiritual relationship with God, with your higher power, then that can filter over into other areas of whom you come in contact with.
Girl, you better
You
stop.
know,
Ain't nobody going to
you
church in here this morning. You got me doing all this here. You better come on with it. See, I told you we was gonna talk about. Well,
look,
girl,
you
come
said
on
it.
with it. Come
You
on,
said
let's
it.
get
You
it.
said it. But you know how the elders or our grandparents said that spirit of discernment.
Yes,
It's real,
the
and
Holy
that's
Spirit.
exactly. So whoever you come in contact, you can kind of feel a little bit, okay, how this is going to go, who this person could be in my life, or if this is something where you may have to kind of study just a little
A
bit
little bit.
more.
Come on, man. You do have
Nothing.
to do social studies. It's a part of the word. Come on,
Listen,
fellowship.
okay, you know how that tenderlism.
Tenderism. Yeah, tenderism. I got to get me. Look, my husband just came in here and checked the cameras. Tenderism. I love it. You better stop acting like that. You better stop. And I feel like I really feel your spirit here
Yeah.
today because he said you can judge the spirit
That's it.
by the spirit. And I
Spirit of
feel,
discernment.
come on, man. What is we doing?
Discernment.
Ain't
You
you running for
cannot sit.
something?
Okay, yes, I am running. But see, that's for me because
Yes.
at the end of the day, we're spiritual beings. We're people that are required,
Amen.
required
Ain't
to
there
give
something
back to
called and
the.
chosen?
That's
Both
is
of
that
them.
part. Is that part. And I think when we really truly become honest with ourselves, with our purpose and what we're supposed to do,
Amen.
then I think we can truly make a difference in making sure that number one, our community is better and it's healthy, making sure that we are healthy as individuals.
I'm excited in here today.
So,
You got me
yeah.
like what is going on in here?
Look, just like how you say you're a Southern girl.
Yes.
I'm Southern too, born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Amen.
Lived in Houston, Texas
When your
all
birthday
my
is?
life. February the 6th. It just passed.
Happy birthday.
I am 53 years old. A happy
girl,
53
cut it out.
years.
We're not gonna come in here telling lies to the people. Ain't you running for office and you up in here telling the
Yes.
How old is your oldest?
My oldest is 19 years old.
And your youngest?
17.
You was moving
18.
too, girl. You needed like 5 more. I ain't gonna tell nobody
I'm
your
good.
business. She's
I'm
like,
good.
girl, I've been through with them boys. Them boys, child, them boys.
Them boys, look, try to make sure they're good.
So
no distractions.
How long you been here in Mo City?
I've been living in in Sugarland, but Fort Bend for about 20 years.
So how's that been working for you?
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it too. I love it because the thing is, when I first moved to Fort Bend area, it was a place where you had like a lot of land. It was just like, it almost had, no, it's developing so fast. Yeah. It's like,
2234 used to be blank.
Oh, I remember. You could just drive down 22 and you had sides. Land.
Yes.
You had a couple of buildings here and there.
And this was in the last, 10 years?
10 years.
Yeah.
But now you seeing development and, properties. You seeing these businesses just popping up everywhere.
They just built a whole subdivision across from where my subdivision is right here off of 2234. And it took them maybe a year, not even a year.
Yep.
And it was up and running. People living in there.
Yep.
Like it never was not there.
Yep. Absolutely. And that is what's happening in the Fort Bend area. And that's why, I'm running for the Fort Bend County District Clerk. And so I understand the importance of making sure we're able to keep up with the demands of what the population is.
What do you as district court, because I got to, because it got county clerk, all this here kind of stuff. I got to make sure I'm right. And I just found out that the um commissioner, no, something county judge or something, is responsible for our weathering and safety. And I was like, nah, you a judge. You supposed to be over the judges of the county.
Right, 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 right.
It was never not there.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So
I love it.
for me to see and hear, and I was not a person that was aware. I was not a person that was a part of politics. I believed in religious factors that said you don't mix the two. You
Yes,
remember?
understood.
So I didn't interact. I was like, God got it. I don't care what go on. He got us regardless, right? And
Right.
I had a whole bunch of children. Then I realized one day they're going to have to take care of me.
Yes.
Then I realized things are going to have to be put in place because I don't trust them like that. Lord knows I
Yes.
don't, and I don't trust nobody in the nursing homes and all this facilities because they have no direct contact to us, right?
Absolutely.
So I had to get to know some stuff, and I came here and started working here and become more and more involved with what's going on in our community. And I'm like,
yeah.
wow, I didn't know
You
that.
would be amazed,
What?
absolutely amazed at what happens at the county level, state level, and national level, and how it impacts our community.
Well, amaze us right
directly.
now. You got time
Okay.
today.
Well, look, okay, so I work with the justice system in Harris County for over almost 30 years.
Mhm.
So right now I'm with the legal services and public affairs, but I've been, boots on the ground. I was a CPS worker. I was a juvenile probation officer. Worked up to become a supervisor or manager of specialized programs, working with kids with special needs who has special um, specific issues.
Hold on.
Wanting.
Did I say I love you? Because you're amazing. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go. 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 I'm sorry.
But working with kids and making sure that we give back to our kids to a place where they can be successful. So I'm all about the transformation and also the rehabilitation, but also making sure we are empowering and advocating for our community.
Come on now.
So I have done that at the grassroots level.
Mm-hmm.
Became in management and also in administration where you have direct effect on policy. Who make decisions, how decisions are made, where are you getting your information and your data to see, okay, what type of program, services, resources, money that can go into certain areas. I've been blessed to be able to work with a program through the Office of Justice and Security where money was poured directly back into the community to help programs that can give back to our kids in a community where they probably didn't have the knowledge nor the wherewithal to go and apply for formal contracts or bids within the county because it's so complex. When you have programs or businesses, I'm just trying to do what's right.
But you have to
But
care
I don't
for
have
that.
the grant writer. I don't have the insurance. I don't have the knowledge of making sure that I have a certain module programming or just to make sure that I have data to support that there's evidence-based programs to ensure that whatever I'm doing or purporting that I'm doing,
Yes.
that is actually true. In fact, I don't have the wherewithal, the knowledge to be able to
Come
sit
on now.
down in an interview to answer questions from different agencies
Woo.
coming from language I don't even understand.
Come on.
I'm just down the street making sure that these kids are doing okay. And guess what? Aunt Bertha says my program is working.
Come on.
So for me, I'm all about wanting to make sure we get back into the community and not talk over our community. So I'm running for the Fort Bend County District Clerk because I do understand the importance of connecting or being the bridge between the community and also the court system.
Ooh,
And that is something for me. It's like, you know what?
that's over important.
Oh,
Because
yes.
who gon' I need to translate. Come
That
on,
part.
come on, messenger.
That
Come on,
part.
middleman. Come
That
on, all that.
part.
I know. Don't. Okay, let's go. I'm right here. I'm right here rooting you on because girl, you got me right here. Let's get
Well,
it. Come on.
and that's where it comes from, because when people have to go through the court system or the legal system, for whatever purpose they may be, civil or criminal, whatever it may be, the introduction into the system, you need to make sure that our community fully understand the process. And for people to be able to make sure that they're receiving the best possible support and for them to move forward in whatever it is, criminal, civil, it does whatever it is. And for me, I worked with the justice system and I've walked through the lobbies where I see families in the hallways confused. not understanding what's happening, people talking over their head, people shoving paper at them. Do this, do this, do this. But your child and your family is being impacted by decisions. You don't even know what's going on.
You just signing the
And
X.
you just signing. And
You
next
just
thing,
putting the X on the.
it's that part. It's being able to learn how to advocate for yourself and to stop and ask questions and not to be able to rely on an antiquated system that is not good for us.
But you got to understand the anxiety and the fear and the unsureties that go with walking in that building in the first place. They like, well, how the hell we got here? But they know how they got there. But now they have to navigate something they've never come into contact with. They need layman's terms, and they need it more than more and more and more. And when they walk away, they should have the ability to understand. Look, I don't know all of it, but what I did learn from Miss Lewis is.
What I did learn from Miss Lewis is that I was able to make sure that my court filings or whatever I need to do is that I'm able to do it in the accurate place.
Ooh.
To make sure that I'm
So
able to
knowing where to go
understand,
is important
knowing where to go.
first.
Yes. What happens? Being able to have that engagement with the community. Look, this is what the office of the district clerk does. We're the custodian of the records. Records. The records basically tells what happens on your life in regards to criminal and civil situations.
So how can that fail you or protect
it's
you?
just being able to educate you, not to give advice, not to tell you which way to go, but just to educate you. This is what needs to happen. This is what you need to do.
Mhm.
Create a user-friendly system where people who are being introduced to the legal community, they know how to advocate for themselves.
You make me
They
wanna
know how
cry.
to ask questions.
What happens to the people who don't have this information? What happens to those people who haven't come into contact with you? What happens to them?
I see it every day. You know, you see families and you see moms, you have dads, you have grandparents, you have kids, that are going to, are being introduced to the court system and they have no idea what's happening. People are in the court, if they go to, the district clerk's office or if they go to directly to the court, papers are just shoved at them. Do this. Well, just fill out this form.
And they get lost in the
And you
translation.
looking at a form and let's talk about it. Sometimes you're dealing with families or people that do not know how to read, trying to interpret the language that is on these forms, to make sure they're able to push their particular cases
They don't
through.
even know what happened.
It's trying to make sure that we are having engagement with the community, but also get feedback from the community of what we can do better to make sure that, we're taking care of them, but then also the legal community. Make sure we have access for records for our attorneys who are representing the community.
So it's bigger than that. Even the attorneys don't have no records.
Accessibility, not having issues with the accessibility of the records, accuracy of the records, making sure we have a system that is updated.
So you're telling me that there's an attorney sitting out here somewhere right now waiting for the document that can save their client's life or vice versa or whatever. There's one.
I have been approached. I have been block walking. I have been to events. Matter of fact, I went to an event this past Tuesday. I have attorneys to tell me they do not like to work in Fort Bend County because of the accessibility, because of the antiquated system of what the Fort Bend County District Clerk has.
Why are you so believable?
I'm
you
just
know why? Because you experienced it. Experience makes you believable, and in order to be able who God called you to be, you have to be believable. And you went through some stuff to get to that. You've been through some stuff to get this knowledge. The way you talking, girl, my vote.
So, and that's just and again, this is not me just kind of like just being having fluff and just to have
this
extra
is
words.
real.
I have had attorneys. I blocked walk. This one particular attorney came to me, and this is a representation of Fort Bend County, not just on an office. It's like I'm having problems getting access to certain records. I have to drive from Harris County or from another county just to come to Fort Bend County District Clerk to have, to complete my records or to get access to their records. Why can we not have an updated system to make sure that we are technologically sound,
Yeah.
that we are meeting the demands of a growing population?
What is
You know,
technologically sound for your office? Tell me what that means.
what that means is that basically people should be able to have access to the records, through having a secured system.
I can
If it's
go in
through,
here with the right access, and I've been accredited. I am who I am.
yes,
I should be able to have access to this system,
yes, absolutely.
but you don't because
Well, and it's there's problems, there's issues in regards to the accessibility of the records. That's the problems that the legal community attorneys are having.
what are you gonna do?
We need to have an evidence-based practice system to make sure that, number one, accessibility through technology. If it's being able to create a data system where we can ensure that, okay, we don't have to walk to the district clerk's office to get a record. Why can it not be through, not through a system where you can log into
A
a secure
database.
system, a database, to make sure you're able to have access to what is needed?
What if Fort Bend don't want to come out of the Stone Age and they still handling paperwork and they don't want to transition the files? Or is that not the case? Because soon as you come into contact with the courts, they are recording records right away. Or is it still just paperwork?
It's the paper. You still have clerks from the courts walking documents, paper
Not the
documents to,
pushing files.
yes. Whatever happened to scanning?
Yeah, because they got some.
You,
They don't want to pay for it.
I don't know,
We
and I
don't
don't
know.
want to speak on it.
Allegedly,
Yeah, and
allegedly.
I don't
That's
want
just
to.
me talking. I'm going on because Allie done got some fire up in here. Go ahead, finish.
But at the court level, scan documents, do e-scanning, make sure that the
From
staff
now on, at least,
from
even
now
if you got to
on.
catch the backup later.
And if there's concerns about how you're looking into technology or databases or systems to make sure that we are being efficient, cybersecurity training.
Yeah, I'm
Have
about
your
to say they
staff
have to have some kind of legitimate reason.
training, go through training, be able to create an integrated system with different departments. If it's a law enforcement, or if it's with the district clerk's office, or if it's with whomever agency that is working with the kid, complete, or adult, whomever it is, have develop some type of integrated system that you have certain levels of access.
Or make start
So
people start
that
filling
way,
out forms online. Give them their case number. Give them their own case number and accessibility to their public information.
have kiosks at the courts.
Come on.
Have the kiosks at the courts where people are able to scan and also be able to access, or even be able to know what's going on with their particular record.
Simple as that.
It's just being able to have a scanning system, being able to have a kiosk, be able to have stability with the clerks in the courtrooms and not have them rotated around. It's just making sure that there's efficiency, consistency, but also accessibility.
That sounds like a money thing. Um, how's your campaign going? How is it going
It's
outside? You've
going.
been outside because I know everywhere I go, I turn the block, I see you. I see
Yeah.
you. We're aware of you, and I'm like, oh, there she is. There. What? And the great thing about this is, once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah.
No matter.
Absolutely.
And once I knew, I was like, there she is. I'm paying attention. I'm watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's something about you that people think they know, but they don't know at all?
Um, one thing that I could probably say that they probably don't know is truly that I truly have a sincere passion in working with the community, helping the underdog. Um, I had the privilege and the honor to work with people in impacted areas who are affected by systems, who are affected by situations that are beyond their control, who are affected by trauma, who are affected by an education system that is not kind to them, who are affected by so many things, and they're just trying to do what is right.
What can we do to help?
Vote. Look at the people that are in the office. What are they talking about? Is it mainly just like, well, it's all about me, and what I can do? Or is it about the community, or trying to make sure that we're trying to make things better for everyone, to try to develop, to try to modernize, to try to keep up? Right now Fort Bend is almost pretty much at 1 million people, and we're about to be 2 to 3 million people in probably the next 10, 20 years.
Less than that, the
And
way
we're
things
still
going.
working with the system that we're like at a 500,000 people population.
Man. So is it us making sure that it's when we're listening to people, when we're coming into contact, right? If we ever do, if we're watching them on something, statistics or status? Is it statistics or status that we're looking for? Because some people spit a lot of numbers and graphs and design, but they've never even been there.
And that is where, for
Excuse me.
me, I have the balance of understanding what the data is, because the data will help you go in the direction that
It's
you
a
need to
tool.
go. It is a tool to help you to understand, okay, here are the needs that we have. But also, it's about relationships.
Yeah, how you find out what's going on to get
It's
the data.
relationships. I went not down the street at a barbecue place, and oh my god, they're gonna the best barbecue place. Oh my god, I
Is it
went.
next to the dollar store?
Yes.
Yes, okay. We got y'all. Y'all know we got you.
So
2234.
yes, so I was there because I was out block walking, and so I went into that location, and what just like it just warmed my heart so much is you just had a sense of community. You had, you know, um people playing dominoes. You had the owner just sitting down talking to
So
folks,
you gonna be
greeting.
around people that play dominoes?
Why not?
I'm just asking
That's
because they don't think that you're human. They don't think that
what
you're real. They don't think that you're.
why not? How are you able to represent and hear the community if you're not in the community? It's not about you, it's about the community. Listen to what your candidates are saying in regards to what their speeches are. If they're not talking about the relationship, developing, cultivating the community, and listening, and also have experience with the people in the community, something is just not matching up. It's just not about the numbers, and we've been doing this and it's a complex system. Okay, what else? Everything is complex around us. You have to be able to learn how to adapt. But if you're wanting to be a representative of the community, be in the community.
Mm,
I was at the barbecue place. I was at the barber shop
mm-hmm.
where this young man is helping young men to become barbers through a
Oh,
barber school.
at the over here off of the cart, right? Girl,
Yes,
you know I be knowing.
I
Girl,
was right over
they
there.
are amazing too.
Love it. Beautiful facility.
Mm-hmm.
You had young boys coming in there, being able to develop an apprenticeship or have a license for them to become barbers and entrepreneurs. The power that is in that, being able to make sure that we continue that entrepreneurial spirit in the
I love that.
community.
Isn't that
But it's
beautiful?
just being able to make sure we educate, inform, but then also advocate. But we want to make sure that we're putting the right people in the office and not keeping people in the office just because they've been there for eight
It's a familiar
years.
name.
It's a familiar name. Let's just go on and just keep it. Well, yeah, great. Okay, if you want to do that, okay, let's take it a step further. How is that person able to make sure that the community that I'm part of is being well represented? Where is my best interest in the community being presented? Are my people being placed in positions that can be of influence in the office?
All right.
Just
Okay.
just look. It's public knowledge.
Okay. Is
Just
you
just just look.
so we've been redistrict redistricted. I guess that's the way you say it, huh?
Mhm.
How does that affect?
Well, not in the position I'm running for. It's a countywide position, so that doesn't affect me.
So it doesn't affect anything you got going on.
No, no.
But how does it affect you
Um,
as a community
it affects me because it just
member?
shows just how people's personal interests and agendas can affect, you know, how we can be
Yeah,
misrepresented.
we got some DDDs in here. Because I saw some, I've been speaking about what, RIP or rest in peace to Sheila E. Lee and
Yeah,
Sylvester Turner.
yeah,
They have been their spots was redistricted out
yep,
of our grasp.
yep,
So now we got one,
yep,
Al Green.
yep. Look at it. People wake up. wake up, wake up. And here's the thing, they are great giants. They're huge giants in our community, and it's very
I know David.
it's horrible how
You ain't
you,
hear me.
huh?
I say I know a David.
Oh, absolutely.
Come
Oh.
on. Okay, go
But
ahead.
see, but that's it's that part. It's just being able to make sure you have people who are understanding and knowledgeable of how this system works, but then also have the passion to make sure that, you know what, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
I'm glad I'm aware to be awakened in this age of understanding and knowledge and whatever the enemy tried to steal from
Yep.
us.
Yep.
I gotta say it like that, you
Yep.
know.
And they're doing it, and we have to get out and vote for, the, at the local level, vote at, the state level. The most important votes are at the local level,
Tell them what the
because
local level is. Some people
that's
don't
what
know.
your county,
Hmm.
the city councils around here, and I know that Missouri City is great with making sure people come out to vote. We need more of us
Double what we
to,
got, triple what we got.
yes, yes, please vote. The voting is power, because you impact policies, you affect money, you affect interests as far as where the government should go.
As a human being now, I know county clerk is coming, and yeah, I want you to look in the camera as a
Right
human
there.
being and tell them why they need to be a part of this. From you being a part of it as a citizen of our United States
Yeah.
to Texas to Sugarland, Fort Bend, Sugarland. Tell them how important this is to be in contact with what's going on in your life.
But this is very important, because we have to make sure we take back our community, we take back our voices. We look at people that are in the office to make sure they're working on behalf of the community. Me, Iris Lewis, that I'm running for the Fort Bend County District Clerk, I have been in the community. I have served the community for almost 30 years. I understand, you know, the problems. I understand the frustration. I understand the lack of advocacy. I understand the lack of education, the lack of support. I'm here for transformation. I'm here for modernization. I'm here to make sure that we're keeping up with what's happening in the Great Fort Bend area. Right now, we're pretty much at 1 million people for the most part. We're getting ready to have a huge, we've already had in the past 2015 up until now, a 30% increase in regards to the number of cases that's going through the court system. We need to make sure that we have a system in place that is able to keep up with what's happening with the growing population in Fort Bend. I'm here because I want to modernize. I want to be able to be new, innovative. I want to be able to make sure that we are connecting with the community, but also to make sure we're being a bridge between the legal community with the attorneys and the people that are working on your behalf, but then also, most importantly, yourself. You know, I'm a small town girl who grew up in Houston, Texas. Go Texans, go Rockets. I went to University of Houston. Matter of fact, I was a U of H cheerleader. So
Come
I'm
on
all
now.
about
She
U of
ready to
H.
pop off right now in that chair.
Absolutely. But I understand being able to grow up in a place where, you want to make sure that the people are taken care of. All people, not just one kind, but all people. I believe in a community. I believe in the power of the vote. I believe in making sure that we move as one. And I believe in the importance of being able to take down personal interests and also personal agendas. Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Just don't vote because this person has always been in office. Look for change. Look for updates. Look for how can this make sure that I'm going to be better represented. I'm Iris Lewis. I'm running for the Fort Bend County District Clerk. For me, I'm at quality first, and also want to make sure that we're always compliant. But also, most importantly, I want to be able to give the service that you always deserve.
Well, I thank you for that, and I thank you for being here. Is there anything else? That was it. That was it. We even talked about so much stuff this morning. Is there anything else that you want to tell the people? Because it's very important that you do it now. Because I know you're going to do it with everybody else. This is the Allie Fiya show. I need you to tell the people, and I need you to talk to the people in our community. My audience
Yeah.
needs to hear this.
Yeah.
So I love that you broke it down. I love what you're doing, and I want you to keep going. So one more message. You got one more message. You got 5 minutes to convince these people why it's important to vote.
Look, it is so important to vote because your voice matters. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are sitting at the table when important issues are coming up. When I say sitting at the table, that means that you have someone that you voted for that is speaking on your best interest, not the interest of the person who gave them the most money for them to be distracted, but the interest of what the community is. I've worked directly in the community at the grassroots level. I have been in the streets, in the community, in Harris County, and also in Fort Bend, and also in other areas, sitting down at the tables with families, listening to them as they talk about the complex systems of the courts, having problems with, the school system, the education system, whatever it may be. I've been there. I've been at the schools with parents in art meetings, making sure that school officials are acting on behalf of kids. I have actually sat in with the elderly going into the DHS office, making sure that they're able to get the records they need for whatever programs that should be afforded to them in regards to money. I have been at the jail system sitting across families where they're just confused on how things have happened, where they're saying, I just signed a paper. I don't know what happened. I don't know why these papers are on me. I have been in the lobbies where you have family just sitting in front of the courthouse trying to figure out how do they file? What happens when I go to court? Who do I talk to? What direction should I go? I have also been at the place where I'm, meeting with the attorneys, defense attorneys, ad litems, district attorneys, because they have a job to do, and also looking at the number of cases that they're having to work with in a system that is overloaded. So I understand the importance of each role in regards to the legal community and also the community. But being a person that can be the bridge between the legal community and also the public is very important to make sure that number one, we have efficiency, accuracy, and also most importantly, the service that our community, but also the legal community need to make sure that our families and also our kids are able to get what is needed. I'm a strong believer as far as making sure we have a healthy courts. We have healthy courts, we have healthy community. Healthy community, healthy families. Healthy family, you have healthy kids. At the end of the day, we want to make sure we have someone who keep in mind, you know, the kids. Being able to say that, I've been down the street with the barber school or at the barbecue place, or I was on the street speaking to a neighbor who was outside working on their car, talking about what's happening to them and what they need to do to make sure that they're able to feed their family or probably go through certain programs. So for me, it's like I have in the community, I have been part of the community. I've been in advocate groups. I have been in, groups where you had kids who talk about gun violence and what solutions can come about. I've been in places where, I meet with lobbyists, vice president of the Texas Probation Association. So I understand the importance of making sure that we have representation at the state level, but then also giving out information to ensure that at the end of the day, the community is taken care of. So I'm here for you all. This is real. I'm in the community, grassroots level. I hit the pavements all the time, and I just love the community. I just have a strong belief that if we have a strong community, then we're good.
I
I
love that.
really that.
I really enjoyed being here with you. You're so, like, I always tell people, they see me outside. I am in the community, right? And they are shocked because I am who I am. And I have tattoos and stuff. And I say, well, I have to be believable. I can't go to them looking like anything other than the struggle. I mean, I know it sounds messed up. I've been through it. So I just want them to know you can go through it and come to what you need to be, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
So I've been there and I see that you've been there. You ain't got no tattoos and stuff like that, but
No, but I do understand what you're doing. Credible messengers. Look, that. But you know what? And what we've learned is that people that have been through and have experienced things in life, sometimes those are the best messengers.
conduits. Yeah.
Absolutely. Forget about, okay, well, here is my name. I have all these degrees behind my
Yeah.
name. I have this
And I got that
experience.
too, but people don't see that.
At the end of the day, how can you relate to me? How can you understand what I'm going through? Here, what are you talking about?
I'm in love. Like I have so much. I love people who can educate me and inspire me, motivate me, even if you don't think that's what you're doing. I'm a messenger, so you definitely don't understand the other side of a messenger, and you as well is being a listener and being a
Yeah.
learner and being an interactor. So you have to do those things to be believable, and I believe everything that you said because it came with passion, it came with direction, it came with change. It's
Hmm.
not just sitting there saying, I'm going to do this and this is why and this and that. You're like, nah, this is what's wrong. This is what's going on in our community and this is what needs to be changed and this is how it's going to be changed.
Absolutely.
I love that
Absolutely.
for you. Tell them where they can find you at.
Like, I'm Iris Lewis. You can look for me, Iris Lewis for Fort Bend County District Clerk.com. I definitely look forward to probably hearing from you all. If you all have any questions for me, definitely go to the website.
So you're approachable.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
talk to people.
Look, I'm the people.
She said, me. It's me. I'm the
Look,
people.
I'm like, look, yeah. I mean,
Because
I
people don't
don't.
believe that. They don't think
I
that they think you're in this office and you're wearing this suit and you're high and mighty. I can't approach them. I have to be fearful. So you are anxiety free.
oh,
Don't play with me.
I'm in. Look. I have gotten in trouble with my sister and also with my husband because I like to go into community and block walk. I can do it by myself. I have, and
Go
I
with me or hush up.
look. I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. And because I'm like, look, I've been in Harris County in the fifth wards, the third wards, first ward, whatever you want to call. As a probation officer, even CPS, walk in the streets.
Oh yeah, because that CPS thing, you got to be in the
CPS,
community. You got to go in people's house,
yes.
literally.
Yes. And we work non-conventional hours. Absolutely. So I've been in the community
You've been
with the
working,
people
girl.
during the time, not the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm talking about in the evenings.
I'm talking about in the early in the
On the
morning when they called
weekends.
me 3 o'clock in the morning.
You
They got a
have
baby.
you have to be able to meet people where they're at. And it's not always at the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's one thing I really do want to focus on too with the district clerk's office. Why do we just have hours that's just convenient for
The people.
the and not of the community
Yeah.
for the education?
Mm.
I don't know. For me, I'm just used to
They should
being.
have some offices because we shouldn't have to wait on processing into county systems and all that is dependent on having judges available and clerks and everybody else at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
You have to be able to look at, okay, what are the needs of the community? Even if it's just being able to say, okay, you know what, 1, 2 nights out of the week, okay, this is when people can come in. Let me educate you on how the process is. Not to give advice,
You
not
big
to.
on education, ain't
Yes,
because we perish for
yes.
lack of knowledge.
You would, when you talk, we ask that question about the data. Data is important,
Yes,
but it's how you use the data
it's
to
a
make the
tool.
betterment of the
Mm.
community.
You're gonna make me cry. Leave me
So
alone. You got to go because
I
you're so
do.
good. You're
But
great.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for giving me this platform. I appreciate your patience with me with my phone. I just
You the one
appreciate
got all the
you.
patience. You dealt with everybody, children in the community. I think that you should be allotted some patience.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes.
You've been a mom, a sister, a aunt, a cousin, an advocate, and everything for everybody's. Even had to go advocate for the children against their own families. You realize that you deserve this, right?
Thank you. I
Girl, get your
appreciate it.
flowers. You get your flowers. I love y'all so much. And they can find you one more time.
www.irislewis for Fort Bend County District Clerk.com.
I'm gonna try to play us an outro song because I was requested to do that. Let me see. I'm gonna put you back in a place that college.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try to.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna see if they're gonna let me play it without taking us into account for it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's right because I know that you know it because I know it, but I can't find it. Wait, let me see.
But also remember early voting, February
Yes,
17th
go
through
go.
the 27th, early voting, and the voting for the primaries March 3rd. Please go out to early vote or come out on March 3rd. Look, I'm ready for it.
Look,
Look,
girl, they don't want to give me my
look,
music.
look. When I was in college, look, we used to tear it down. Look,
You was having, oh yeah,
Oh
you was a
my.
cheerleader, and I don't believe that. You were a perfect citizen and had no issues. She laughing.
I'm not gonna say all that, but I ain't gonna say all that. You said that. I ain't gonna say all
It was
that.
cute though.
Look, but look, what was it? Tear the club up. You know?
What, you was in the club, girl? I do not believe you was in that club. I'm about to play this motivation. It's T.I. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. It's that Fire Morning Show. It is Allie Fiya, and we are out. Thank you.
Gotta get on your job, tell them. Haters, get on your job, nigga. Motivation. Nigga, get on your job, tell them. Haters, get on your job, nigga. Motivation. Haters better get on your job, tell them. Haters, get on your job, nigga. This motivation. Sucker nigga, get on your job if you